37% of business leaders say they plan to replace workers with AI within the next 2 years. Now here's the question I want you to think about for the next 5 minutes. Are you worried about AI taking your job? Or are you asking a smarter question? How do I become the leader that AI simply cannot replace? Those are two very different mindsets. And in my experience, the mindset you choose now will determine where you stand 5 years from today. Let me show you what I mean. When I say leader, I am not only talking about the CEO at the top of the org chart. I'm talking about the manager running a department of 3, 5, or 8 people. I'm talking about the team lead who just stepped into their first leadership role. I'm talking about the director who is trying to hold their team together through constant and disruptive change. Here's how I define a leader. A leader is anyone who is thinking about the future. And the fact that you're here right now tells me that you are that person. You are already thinking ahead. That is the mindset that will protect you and propel you forward in the age of AI. Here is what the data actually shows. AI is replacing tasks, not people. But here is where it gets uncomfortable. Research across millions of job postings found that individual contributor roles took the biggest hit from AI disruption. Manager and leadership roles, they held strong. Companies are actively adding people who can decide what to do. They're cutting back on people who only execute how it gets done. If you are someone who only executes tasks, AI is coming for that part of your job. But if you are someone who leads, inspires, communicates vision, and builds great teams, that is your protection. That is your competitive advantage. And here is something I want you to remember. Human leadership skills like communication, influence, teamwork, and critical thinking appear in over 15 million US job postings every year. They are the most in-demand skills in the modern workplace, and they are the hardest ones for AI to replicate. Early in my career, I made the mistake that I see so many leaders make today. I focused almost entirely on the work, the output, the numbers, the tasks. I put in long hours. I thought that if I just kept pushing hard enough, the results would follow. And for a while, they did. But then I started noticing something. My best people were quietly burning out. Morale was dropping, and I couldn't figure out why. Because on paper, everything looked fine. It took a trusted mentor sitting me down and saying, "Barry, you're managing the work. You are not leading your team." That one conversation changed everything for me. I spent the next 25 years as a CEO building teams by bringing people together and leading people first. And I can tell you from experience that no AI tool in the world can do what a great leader does in a real human moment. AI cannot sit with someone who is struggling and know what to say. It cannot read the energy in a room and know that something is off. It cannot build the kind of trust that makes people give you their best work. So what do great leaders do differently in the age of AI? They double down on exactly those human skills. They have more conversations. They build more trust. They create safety for their teams by saying, "I don't have all the answers yet, but we will figure this out together." That kind of leadership cannot be automated, and that is your competitive edge. Here's my final thought for you. AI is not your enemy. It's a powerful tool, but a tool does not build a team. A leader builds a team. AI just gives great leaders more time to do what they do best. The leaders who thrive over the next decade will not be the ones who know the most about AI. They will be the ones who invest the most in their human skills, in their ability to connect, communicate, and build teams that people actually want to be part of. That is what I have devoted my career to helping people do. And I know that any manager, any director, any leader at every level has the capacity to do this. If this was helpful, hit subscribe. I put out new leadership content every week. And if you want to bring this conversation into your organization, visit barrymoline.com. I would love to connect. I'll see you in the next one.